Hey, just got through raining and sun is trying to peek out. I see a couple of little spots where there's some blue sky. Ground is awfully wet, but there's a spot that I'm about to go to that's on the side of a hill. I'm hoping the water ran off the hill and didn't collect there, and it's not going to be too horribly muddy there. I know it's going to be muddy anyway. Let's go see what we can find. I love these signals where you really don't have to dig. Let me show you what I mean here. Hang on just a second. I'm going to flip the camera around and I'll show you. We had a signal right on the surface. See that? And if I move the grass aside, looky there. It's just a quarter, but you know, it's a start. I'd rather have something silver, not just shiny. But you know, it just rained. We'll take what we can get. Talk to you soon. Plug here. Got something in it. It was ringing up between 78 and 80. It was bouncy. So there's probably just some trash in here with it. Let's see if we can find it and see what it is. So let me get some of this excess dirt off. I feel something down there. Oh, bazinga. It's an old one too, though. Look how the roots grew inside of the cap. Nasty stuff. On to the next hole. Nothing down in the hole down there. I lost track of, oh, there it is. Right there. I think it's just a penny. Might be a dime. Let's see what it is. It is a penny. Just a regular old Lincoln penny. It's a copper, though. On to the next hole. You want to know something disappointing? When you think you're chasing after a piece of metal, a worthless piece of metal, and you bring something up cool that you just destroyed. Let me show you. I got down in the hole, you see my pinpointers down in there. Check it out. Ceramic mason jar lid. Oh man, and I hit it with my shovel and I broke it. Dang it. That would have been my very first one that I've ever found whole like that. I found fragments of like this, but that's it. Oh, such a disappointment. Man, I gotta be more careful. Here is why you should always recheck your holes. Right there. I already pulled one out of the this plug right next to this. I put it back in the ground, I scanned back over it, and found another one. So, got any more? Nope, doesn't look like it. So, always check your holes, because there's liable to be stuff you missed. There's the proof. I'm hoping that's what I think it is. Right there. Looks like I found that, actually it was over in the side of the hole right here. I got my glasses on and I still can't tell it. Let me get this cleaned up a little bit, but this looks like the back of a button. If it's as old as I think it is, this will be my first. Let me get this cleaned up a little bit. I see something poking out there. Let me hang on just a second. Okay, this is definitely a nice find. I think this is a brass button. It's got a bit of a patina on it. It is old, whatever it is. I cannot make out what that is there. I think I've got it upside down actually. Might go like that. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research to find out for sure what this is. There's some writing or something along the back there. I can't tell what it is. I've even got my glasses on and I can't tell. But this is an old one. Looks like a two-piece button, brass, which means this got to be back in the 1800s here. That is a beautiful find. I am so geeked about that. If I can find out what it is, I'll post more information. If you know what it is, you let me know. I sure would appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Feet away from where I got that button, and I got something hitting 89 right here. Let's get this back a little closer to the hole there. It's over on this edge somewhere. Oh, it's right there at the surface. Oh, it's just a quarter. Dang. I was hoping I got me a first piece of silver. Doggone it. That would have been a good day. I'll take a quarter though. Alrighty, we got us another signal here that's coming up like a nickel. And right down here, I believe, oh, it's faking me out. That's just the, oh, there it is. I saw the impression and thought it was the coin. It's just a Jefferson nickel, but I was right. That is a nickel. This is going to be one of my last holes. I'm hot. The sun came out and it got really hot, and with the rains this morning it's humid. So we got something right over here in this area. Whoops. Oh, I dropped it down in there. There it is. I think it's just a zinc penny. Yeah, from the crud on it, looks to be just a zinc penny. Let me see if I can get my glasses on here. Be right back. To scratch off a little bit of the crud. You can see the Lincoln Memorial peeking through there. So it's just a zinc penny. It was ringing weird. It's like a 72, 73. Normally these come in at about 75. Really 20 feet from the end of the road that I'm going to be digging. Got something in here. See if I can find out what it is. I have never found a silver. It'd be awesome if I found a silver before I went home, and if I do, that's awfully small. Just a dime. It's not a silver dime either. It's a dime though. I mean, what the heck. Would have been nice to find a silver before heading home though. Here's the wrap up part. This is the delicious trash that I dug today. Not too much. I was out about 3 hours. I left the house, it was 67, just finished up raining, and now it's 86, so an 18-degree swing. That's that lid part, the mason jar lid, that I destroyed the ceramic part. Oh, still kicking myself. Oh well. Let's go see what the good stuff is. Good morning. Yes, it is the next morning. I cleaned off and laid out my finds last night to dry. And decided to do a little wrap up this morning before I go hunting again. These are my finds. This is the ceramic jar lid that I broke. Really still kicking myself over that one. That would have been my first one that I found intact. And I had to go stick my shovel right in the corner of it and break it into a few pieces there. I'll know better next time. Here is the stuff I kept. Well, some of these things I'm going to throw away. This is just one of those little bands that go around like a water hose or something, and then you've got a tool that pinches those two spots together right there to tighten it. This is a big old piece of lead. Looks like it's got a little bit of age to it, but I don't know what it is. Probably not going to be keeping it. This looked cool when I got it out. It's just plastic back though, but it looked cool in the hole. This is a shotgun shell. It's a Remington UMC number 12 Sure Shot. These were made somewhere in the late 20s, early 30s. So that one's got some age on it. I think this is just part of a hair clip. I got 3 zinc pennies. I got a Canadian penny. I don't remember what the date was on that. Let's see if we can turn it right side up and find out. 1976. Got some quarters. This one here is, speaking of 1976, that's a bicentennial quarter. Has the bicentennial logo on the side. Got me a 1968 quarter, so 4 years away from being a silver. Got 4 dimes. This is a 1976 dime, so continued on with the bicentennial theme. And this is a 1960, I want to say 6 or 65. 66, does that say right? Yeah, dime. So 2 years away from being still silver. Still looking for my silver. Some pennies, the copper variety or the ones that have not corroded. 62 is my oldest one there. It's in silver range. 10 nickels. I killed it on the nickels yesterday. And these two both are 1964. So if it would have been one of these guys, it would have been silver. I'm still looking after all this time for my first silver coin. Just can't find it. The find of the day, though, was this right here. I am still doing research to find out. I have found this is a Michigan Great Seal button. It's about 14.4 millimeters. I don't have a micrometer. I'm just going off of a ruler, but it's right in there, or 14 and a half. Did I say 14.4? I don't know. It's morning. Who cares? I'll finish my coffee and I'll figure it out. I've seen buttons similar to this. People keep showing me buttons, but the ones that I keep seeing, the shield there is wider. And that's an elk on the left and a moose on the right. Look how long the necks are on that. It's really disproportionate size there. So this is a really interesting one. I'm having a hard time pinning this down. And there is a eagle up at the top. It's supposed to be a bald eagle. Really cool button. And I still, dropping. Can't decipher what it says on the back. I can come close. It looks like A-D H or U. Hey, I finally was able to decipher the back mark on that. At least I'm pretty sure. It should say Wadhams, Webster, and Co. When I looked them up, I was able to finally find some information on them. They were made buttons in the 1840s. I even found reference to a extract from the reports of judges from a 14th exhibition of American manufacturers held October 1844, where it says number 1001, one case of samples, gilt buttons made by Wadham, Webster and Company, Walcottville, Connecticut, deposited by makers. This is an entry into the exhibition. These are a beautiful article, elegantly finished, but in no respects superior to those exhibited at the last exhibition. In some of the specimens, there is room for better taste and skill in the die work of the figures. And that rings true to what I have seen with the elongated necks on the elk and the moose, and the shield being a little bit narrower than what's actually on the Michigan seal, and a little bit of oddities like that. It just doesn't look like it's quite up to the same skill set of the other button examples from the other manufacturers that I've seen. So I think that pins it down to exactly who made this and roughly when. Very excited to find that out. But along on the edge though, right at the top now, I think that says CO Company. I'm not sure. I can't decipher that back mark on there. It'd be nice if I could, because if I could, I might be able to pin this down a little bit more and figure out what it is. If anybody out there knows for certain what this is and can send me a reference to this, I would surely be just 100% appreciative. I'm super geeked. The Michigan Great Seal, I believe, came out in 1836. It was chosen. Um, I've seen some buttons from like a mid 80s, 1880s. Because this one is so crude, I want to say it probably predates those. It goes back a little bit further, but I don't know. I just don't know enough about it, and I'd like to. So, those are my finds. I'm going out digging. You guys get out. Go digging. Go find some treasure. Tell me what you're finding out there, too, and tell me something about that button. Talk to you guys later.